Okay, so like everyone's talking recession right now, and I get it. Things feel a little rocky out there. And if you're feeling a little uneasy about it all, well, you're definitely not alone.
It's true. I mean, it's like all these economic signals are flashing, different colors. Yeah. It's tough to know which way to turn. That can definitely make you feel a bit on edge.
Yeah, no kidding. So for this deep dive, we're going to check out this article from Motley Fool. Worried about a recession. Heed this Buffett advice to keep your head. It just came out like end of March.
March 27th to be exact.
And it's all about how to handle this recession anxiety. And they lean on who else? Warren Buffett. The guy's seen it all, right? So what does he say? Keep your head. Easier said than done, maybe.
Maybe. But there's real wisdom in those three words.
For sure. Okay, so first, let's just lay out what's actually happening.
Right. So the Motley Fool article starts with this thing called the inverted yield curve. You might have heard of it.
Right, that's like a classic recession signal, right?
Historically, at least. Basically, it's when short-term government bonds start paying more than long-term bonds, which is weird, right? Usually you'd want more return if you lock up your money for longer.
Makes sense.
Anyway, the crazy thing is we had this inversion for forever, 783 days straight, longest ever. And guess what? No recession yet.
Well, not yet anyway.
Exactly. It's like everyone was waiting for the shoe to drop.
Right. And that kind of makes it even scarier, doesn't it? Like, is it just delayed? But the thing is, there are some cracks starting to show.
Oh, yeah. The article talks about a few of them. Like the Atlanta Fed, they had to seriously downgrade their GDP growth forecast for the first quarter.
Oh, really? By how much?
They went from expecting 2.3% growth to now thinking it's going to shrink by 1.8%.
Whoa. Okay, that's a huge swing.
It is. And that's just one piece, right? The job market's not looking so hot either. February saw unemployment tick up to 4.1%. Plus, we added way fewer jobs than everyone thought.
Yeah, jobs are a big deal. If people aren't working, they aren't spending.
Exactly. And that brings us to consumer sentiment. How are people feeling out there? Well, the University of Michigan, they do this survey, and in March, it hit 57.9, which is the lowest since way back in November of 22.
So people are feeling pretty gloomy then.
Yeah, and get this, they're also expecting inflation to get worse, both now and down the line.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's going to cost more, but they might not have the jobs to pay for it. That's a recipe for some serious anxiety.
Definitely. So we've got slowing growth, shaky jobs, and people are feeling the pinch. What does the article say is causing all this?
Well, they mentioned Trump and his tariffs.
Right. Those have been a big talking point.
Yeah, and a lot of economists think they could drive prices up, even though, weirdly, inflation did ease a bit in February. It's nobody's quite sure what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's a lot of uncertainty for sure. And then you have the Fed, always a big player in the economy.
Totally. So Jerome Powell, the Fed chair, he basically said that maybe the slowing growth and rising inflation might kind of balance each other out. It's this delicate dance, right? Trying to keep inflation in check without crashing the whole economy.
Easier said than done, right. And that leads to, what was that other term they mentioned, stagflation?
Yeah. That's basically slow growth, high prices, and high unemployment all at once. The worst of all worlds. And super hard to fix.
Sounds like a nightmare. So yeah, we've got a lot of mixed signals. No wonder everyone's freaking out.
Right. But here's the thing. The article also points out that not everyone is panicking. Some folks still think the economy's basically solid. So it's not all doom and gloom. And that's where Buffett comes in with his keep your head advice. Because even if things are good, they could change. And if they're bad, you definitely don't want to make things worse by freaking out.
Okay, so let's unpack that. Keep your head. Sounds simple enough, but where does that idea even come from?
So it's actually from a poem by Rudyard Kipling called If.
If. Okay, I vaguely remember that one.
It's really good. And the part Buffett's talking about goes like this. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. So powerful, right?
Yeah, that's pretty epic.
And Buffett's basically saying, take that, apply it to investing.
Yeah.
Especially when the market's going crazy.
Right. Recently, the S&P 500 almost had a correction, and it happened so fast.
That's right. For those who don't know, a correction is a 10% drop from a recent high. And they can happen, out of the blue.
Yeah. And when that happens, it's easy to panic, sell everything. But Buffett's saying, don't. Take a breath. Look at the long term.
Exactly. He's all about that long game. He knows there will be ups and downs, always. But history shows if you can ride it out, be patient, you're usually rewarded big time.
So keep your head isn't just like a Zen thing, it's a strategy. What does the article say that actually looks like in practice?
Okay, so let's say you've done your research. You've got stocks in solid companies, strong balance sheets, good businesses.
Right, the fundamentals are there.
Exactly. Keeping your head means like not selling those just because the market takes a dip. Your reasons for investing, your thesis, if that's still valid, you hold on. Don't get swayed by every little wiggle. Stick to your plan.
Okay, so that's one side. But they also talk about using market dips to your advantage.
Oh yeah, that's the classic Buffett move. See a downturn, maybe it's time to buy.
Yeah.
Scoop up some great companies at a discount.
But that takes guts, right? Like, everyone else is running for the hills.
It does. It's counterintuitive, but it's also how you can make serious money. It's
Yeah.
all about value investing, buying low, selling high. But of course, there's a right way and a wrong way to do this.
And the article gets into that, right? Like, what keep your head doesn't mean.
Absolutely. So it doesn't mean like holding on to losers forever, hoping they'll magically come back. If your investment thesis is broken, it's okay to cut your losses.
Makes sense. Don't throw good money after bad.
Exactly. And it also doesn't mean like betting the farm. You should never invest money you can't afford to lose. That's just asking for trouble.
And staying informed, right? Like, things change. Companies change. You can't just buy and forget.
Totally. Keep your head means keeping your eyes open too. If something fundamentally changes about a company, maybe it's time to reevaluate. Don't be stubborn. And finally, it definitely doesn't mean chasing the hype. Just because everyone's going crazy for some stock doesn't mean it's a good investment, especially if it's like ridiculously overvalued. Buffett's all about finding those undervalued gems.
So much good advice in there. It's not just about staying calm, it's about being smart. But the article also makes it clear recessions happen.
Right, they're part of the cycle. And historically, most stocks do poorly during a recession.
Makes you wonder, why even bother?
Right. But here's the key takeaway. Those who stay the course, who keep their heads, they've been rewarded. Big time. It's about enduring the tough times to get to the good times.
So, to sum it all up, if you're worried about a recession, take Buffett's advice. Stay calm, think clearly, don't make rash decisions, and focus on the long term.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And remember, this isn't about pretending everything's perfect. It's about being prepared, having a plan, and sticking to it, even when things get a little scary.
So much good stuff to think about. And here's something else to ponder. How does this idea of keeping your head apply to like life in general, not just your money?
I like that.
Yeah. Like, what are the recessions in your job, in your relationships? And what kind of noise do you need to tune out to make good decisions?
It's a great question, and one worth asking ourselves probably more often than we do.
Definitely something to chew on. So that's all for our deep dive today. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having me.